What's your secret, man?
Skip snooze, tune into Keith, John, and Friends, 8 a.m. YouTube.
Hey, you ever get rejected so hard that you are agreeing with their reasons? Oh, baby, grab your coffee. We're talking about it today. We're talking about rejection and dignity. The show starts right now. Welcome to Mornings in the Lab, where
when something negative comes up.
Building muscle improves blood flow.
From squirting to squirreling.
Start small, build up, and expand from there.
To be entertained by fun over here.
How have I slept? Has my sleep been good? 7.
Doesn't come from breaking the rules, you guys. Oh baby, if you guys saw some behind the room cameras, you would have saw Uncle Keith hopping around in the back. What an opener! Oh baby! What's up, Jimmy? What's up, nation? You got your host. That's me. Yeah, I'm the host. Y'all showing up for a handsome dude? Well, he's here. Welcome to Morning in the Lab with Keith and Friends. And is it live global or is it Memorex? Oh baby, it's live, all right. I got a good sleep last night. Yep. This is the only live morning show bold enough to tackle rejection head on with motivating content. Oh yeah, it's motivating, all right, baby. And it's entertaining. Oh yeah, actually, I have something to say about entertainment in a few moments, but I think I'll get through the monologue first. And then I invite you guys to stick around. I got something to say about entertainment and all you boring folks out there. Well, I'm calling some of you guys boring. True story. Hey, coming up today, we've got your morning mindset shift on lock, diving into the ultimate guide to facing rejection. Hey, did you guys hear Matty Roof show at 7:30? The dude leaned into rejection. Oh yeah, baby, we're talking about it today on the show. We are checking in with our emotional well-being gentlemen, exploring why walking backwards. Yeah, like this. Yeah, there's a clip, Jimmy. Walking backwards might actually around, because later we've got Tom Marino, not Dan's brother, no, just some other guy named Tom Marino, sharing his journey from hospital executive burnout to empowering life coach. We should have Roofy on the show for this one, I'm thinking. Hospital guy, Roofy. And then don't miss our expose on America's unhealthiest fast food chains. Ears up, everybody. Listen, I know we don't eat fast food crap on this show, but I thought I would call out America's unhealthiest fast food chain. So as we're all driving around in the Mornings Lab community. Oh, did I say the community? We're talking about the Morning Lab community today. Yep. And don't miss the expose on America's unhealthiest fast food chains. Time to question those guilty pleasures, guys. And a quick reminder, I invite you to like, to subscribe, to comment, and yeah, this is an R-rated experience, fellas, so put those fucking earbuds in the ears or walk the kids out of the room. Yep, and seriously, don't hit that snooze button, guys, because you know what? You're going to spend the day chasing someone else's goals if you're hitting that snooze button. Just, here's the thing. Your inbox is already somebody else's inbox. So if you think about this. You hit the snooze button, you're 9 minutes behind the guy who's already up, and your inbox, in other words, their to-do list is getting bigger by the minute you're laying there. So if you're laying there right now, or you're sitting around you're procrastinating, your to-do list is getting bigger. Somebody else's to-do list, which is ending up in your inbox. Yes, so hey, we are your daily accountability partner here to help you start your day right here, men with laughter, insights, and accountability. Jimmy, before we get into the morning loop, I got a couple things I got to say. Yes, baby. Right now, there is a dude who's snoozing. He got up and he missed his alarm clock, and there's a guy at the gym right now. And the guy's driving, he's racing to the gym, in his car. And he's, the cops are pulling him over. He's like, yes, officer. Like, what are you doing? I slept in, I hit the snooze button. Well, shit, buddy, you're out of luck. You're going to get a ticket. Let's look back down in the comments, Jimmy, before we bring in Johnny Anderson and the gang here. And before we do that, guys, remember, you guys can join this conversation and this fun every single day 431-300-3005. The only morning show hotline out there right now. We do think it's 1995. 431-300-3005. That's the one. As well, you guys can join the Mornings in the Lab community. It's free, baby. Subscribe, like, comment, and we do have a paid community. Yes, we're putting some stuff behind the paywall. So my paying folks, my Holroyds, my Lady Drew, I'm putting stuff back there for you guys. If you guys were logged in there last night, you would have saw today's show because I'm putting stuff behind the old secret door there. And if you guys are interested in peptides and getting some healthy things that require essential knowledge, well, become a paying member of the Mornings in the Lab community and you get some special access to myself and Johnny. True story. Yes. Yes. I see Johnny hanging out waiting for me patiently. Jimmy, let's get the loop started and bring in the big man himself, John Anderson. Yo, brother, how are you, pal?
What's up, brother? How are you?
I am fantastic. How are you?
I'm good, man. So it's another great day, man.
It is another great day. So
another beautiful day ahead.
I do have to say something that I'm gonna ask for your positive assistance with, because it's not a rant, it's just a positive comment. So you and I have a lot of fun with this show, would you not say?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, somewhere along the way, Johnny, people have forgotten that this is actually a business. And I have some folks that think because we have so much fun that just life to spend time with us and come on the show is like free. And I'm not saying that we love having great guests, and we love having a few folks in the show, but I'm very fortunate I get to talk to awesome people after the show as well. And there just seems to be this assumption that because we have fun, it's like it's not work. Well, I do have a comment from my audience. And Johnny's audience and our audience. Y'all don't realize all the hard work that goes into building this thing. And it's not my fault that you guys make boring podcasts. Yep, true story. It's not my fault that you guys are on other people's boring podcasts and you don't know how to create fun. At the end of the day, Keith and John are in the entertainment business. Yes, entertainment business. And entertainment has an expense associated with it. So y'all that were hanging out after the show and you're knocking on my door and you're saying, I want to collab here, collab there. I would love to collab. But in order for Keith and Johnny to keep entertaining, it does cost a little bit of money along the way. Johnny.
I think that, to a certain extent, people that don't understand that, they can just get out of the way.
Yeah.
It's like, it's kind of like, I don't know. It's like, there's the people that get it and the people that don't. Well, people that don't just keep on moving, move the other way.
It is a fun compliment, though. I will split it into a positive opportunity because it is a nice compliment, though. When people are like, "Wow, you and Anderson have such great chemistry. You guys have this great show. Like, how do I do that?" Like, well, it's fucking hard. And you know what the hardest thing is? And I was talking about the roof yesterday. The hardest thing is you guys are doing it every single day. And what also became clear to me yesterday, Johnny, and you know this. I don't have to repeat this with you, but now I really know why. There's entertainers and there's audiences. Oh, right. So not everybody can be The Weeknd. Oh, so not everybody can be John Anderson or Hulk Hogan or whoever, because we need an audience too. Because to be Kobe Bryant or Dan Marino or Tom Brady, got to show up every single. Whoa, global, $20, brother. Global. Thank you so much, man. Dude, that's exceptional, man. That's Jimmy. We got to get some celebrate. But Johnny, I'm just telling you, man. And guys, and I'm not standing here begging for money. No. Please don't understand that. That's not what I'm saying here. I giggle from time to time when I was having a conversation with Melissa earlier this morning that, there's this assumption because we have fun. And I'd like to think because we produce a high quality show, there's this assumption of, well, hey, it's just, no, man, there's a lot of hard work, but the hardest work is showing up every single day. And Johnny, I'll tell you something, man. I had a call with Rufy yesterday, and Rufy was kind of beating himself up because he was kind of getting after it, maybe not seeing some of the results. And I was like, man, I can't put you in front of John because John's going to say, Rufy, you've been doing this like nobody else is doing it. So what the hell are you beating yourself up for, man?
This is that thing where, like I tell my clients, I tell myself, I tell my kids, you have to judge your efforts.
Yes.
Because if you're fucking judging metrics, you can't control metrics, especially right away.
Yes.
Roof, if you're listening, Stop looking at the shit that's distracting you, because what it's doing is it's keeping you from focusing on your efforts. And of course, if you're focused on what you're not getting, guess what you're going to get more of? What you're not fucking getting.
Great advice, brother. You know what, man? And Rufy, you got to know, I know he's listening. I did not tee up Anderson on that comment. Just Johnny and Keith just sleep on the same pill. It's like we have osmosis between Manitoba and California. As a matter of fact, I shared something I was working on. If you guys have not seen the Mornings in the Lab Frolicking in Venice commercial that I dropped yesterday.
That was good. That was good.
We all need to see the future of advertising. It's AI weaved in with real content, and Keith and Johnny were getting at it yesterday. There's a great little video piece I made, and I was so excited to share it with you, man. I was so excited to share it with you and get
I haven't looked at the next one yet because I wanted that for the first one. So I was looking at the first one, kind of walking.
Yeah.
Fuck, he says I'm gonna like the next one. I'm gonna sit down and give it my full attention.
Yeah. And I'm just making some really, really, really cool stuff here to help promote.
Quick question, brother. Yeah. Quick question, partner. So when going back to the whole thing of people understand, give me a without, well, I guess if you want to throw somebody there, it's up to you. But give an example of what you keep talking about, people understand, and what is it that brings us back to the table? Because this loops back around every so often. I'm curious.
It does. Yeah. So I had a chat with a couple fellows over the last few weeks, and I will, because everybody we have are such wonderful human beings, and I certainly don't want it to come around the wrong way, right? So wonderful human beings, but what I find happens after is because we're I'd like to think dotting the I's, crossing the T's, putting on a high produced show, that there is this assumption, hey, let's collab. Like, what can you do for me? I have something I want to sell. Can I do a segment on the show? Can I be on the show with you guys? I'd love to do a segment, or I'd love to create some content with you. Okay, well, hey, yeah, I'd love to do that with you. And here, Keith and Maddie and Johnny are building a business, and here's what we can do. Here's what the cost would be. Oh, but I just want to kind of come on and do a segment and promote myself. Well, no, it doesn't really work that way. No, actually. You got one of three ways you can be on the show with us. We either invite you, you get nominated by somebody, or you pay and you go for a paid segment. So, but that certainly is coming. And then the flip side of that, Johnny, is that because people see the engagement live and like, oh my God, that was live. I'm like, yeah, very similar to how you and I met. They're like, oh, there's a certain energy with that. And I'm like, yeah. Then they see the comments in the community. And then there's this, oh, that wasn't a podcast. No, it's not a podcast. Actually, it's a live show that we produce every single day. So so then people want to walk towards it and then don't recognize that, well, there's actually a cost associated with building this thing. So it's the most common, to simplify, the most common question is, can we collab? Can we do a segment? But I really don't want to pay.
But I mean, keep in mind, this could be, there could be a fucking sign across the front of this thing, and you're still going to get that.
Oh, I know. Hey, Johnny,
there's always somebody that wants a fucking free lunch. He's always going to, even though he knows it's not free, he's going to ask. You know what
Maurice taught me about my business partner, Maurice? He always taught me, because I one day somebody came to us looking for a raise years ago. I was like, why the fuck asking for a raise? And I was my younger kind of belligerent self, and he's like, no. Everybody has every right to ask. I was like, oh, such a profound statement. And then he says, just like we have every right to say no. I was like, oh, but what really got me there was, is that because I wasn't used to somebody asking, I guess. And I got no problem with asking. And I guess sometimes I got to remind myself that we got to remove the assumptions, because assumptions make asses of you and me, right?
Yeah, well, when they say, hey, can I do something? Absolutely. That's what this thing is set up for. Here's the pay structure.
Yeah, 100%. And that's what we do. And
then when they step on their heels, there's going to be the people step on their heels. They're going to be the people that step forward.
That's it. That's it. That's exactly it. So, anyways, just some fun here this morning with John and myself this morning. Hey, Johnny, why walking backwards might be your best move yet? Have you ever walked backwards on the treadmill? I did when I was walking up Kilimanjaro. I was training for Kilimanjaro. I would do some training with AJ, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do some backwards work. So have you ever considered stepping backwards?
I had a terrible triad, blew up my right knee.
Yeah.
It was 2005 Ukraine.
Yes.
Basically strongman sumo wrestling. Fucking two dudes in a 20-foot on the sand. The only rules are you couldn't bite, you couldn't pull hair. How can you throw the other guy out of the fucking ring? That was brutal, dude. Brutal, dude. Oh, yeah. Fuck. Anyway, I fully blew out my knee. I threw this fucking Polish dude, right knee. MCL, ACL, stretched out the PCL, split the meniscus, called the pteryl triad.
Yeah.
So I get this surgery, right? I have basically like a cadaver graft. I had a tendon brought in they brought an Achilles tendon from a Samoan with 2 bone plugs. All it was, the bones just had to heal. It was anyway. So as this thing is healing, they told me, look, for the first month or however many days, you need to put no pressure on this, because if you don't, it'll heal really quickly. You need that bone to grab. So I'm like, dude, my left knee is carrying all this fucking weight, dude. And I got the worst patella tendonitis. Like it was fucking brutal. I would every set of steps, fucking up and down backwards. You know, I couldn't do shit forwards. It was unbelievable, because it was like so you want to talk about, I understand backwards, dude. So unbelievable.
This is awesome. Roofie, ears up, brother. And I want to tell you why. So Roofie and I were talking about content in 2025. Actually, all you guys listening around making content, hear what I'm going to say next, because this is a business at the end of the day, right? AI can give you all the facts that you want because it's just all there, right? Walking backwards, making stuff. But what it doesn't have is experiences. And if you look at, SEO, GEO, the future of content, a lot of that content is going to be related back to experiences. So while we can take all the facts around walking backwards, we can take around all the science of walking backwards, we can read it word for word of what Claude or ChatGPT or Perplexity reads us about walking backwards. But the reality is, John's experience with that, my experience with that, you ain't gonna find that anywhere else. That, guys, is the future of content. That, guys, is the future of conversation. And that, guys, when you do it live, you got the triad, you got a full-fledged community of conversation and content for the future. So as you're building your businesses, don't just read, share personal experiences. Hence, talking some of the peptide stuff on this show. Right? There's an expert right here, John Anderson. So you guys see peptide stuff on X. You see peptide.
Dude, I got some major peptide developments. Unbelievable.
All over the place. Like, I want to learn about it. Well, there's a guy here who's the human experiment. Right. So you can read all the stuff you want, but if I wonder what it's like to put it into practice. Well, the guy below
keep in mind, it's even better than just me. I basically, what I do, I have so many friends. It's everything from diet to training to PED to peptides. I've got this network of fucking buddies. We've been doing this for so long. It's us all sharing data. Then the experimentation portion more for me is, how do I create the protocol to where it's dosed in such a way, because the perfect biohack is to take whatever it is, doesn't have to be a peptide, and use just enough to get a massive return. That's the perfect biohack.
There you go, guys. So, you're only going to get that information here on the show from real human beings, right? So speaking of real human beings,
dude, if you look this information up and you follow what's out there, dude, it's unbelievable how much excess you would be using.
There you go, guys. Like I said, we can do all the research, but what we're looking to build here is a community of experiences. Yeah, you heard me right there. Community of experiences. Speaking of the community and speaking of humans, Johnny, we got Tom Marino joining us here in a few minutes. Jimmy, I see your comment. I see Tom's ready to go in the green room. We got him up on vertical and horizontal. And I see Mini Jim is out there giving free mustache rides out there in the Mornings in the Lab community. That is awesome. Thanks for that, Mini Jim. Hey, you want to get a free mustache ride? I invite you to join the Mornings in the Lab community. When the show is over, we're dropping content in the community. And I saw Petrocelli in the community yesterday. I saw Holred in the community. Bee Drive. You guys want to learn about bees? Go check out Bernard's channel on the YouTube channel. Go find our Mornings Lab community. Bernard's got some awesome stuff out there on the bees. And bees are a big part of our world, guys. So I would invite you to check out the ultimate guide to facing beads. And yes, the ultimate guide to facing rejection, bead bowing. We're talking about rejection today here on the show in a few moments with myself, Keith Billis, and my co-host, John Anderson. And Mornings in the Lab with Keith and John every single day. Yeah. Yes, every single day. Well, Monday to Friday, 8 o'clock. Hey, I haven't told Johnny this, but I'm going to tell him right now. I'm working on some fun things for the weekend, so that maybe
I was going to say, we should do a bonus fucking thing on the weekends once in a while.
I'm telling you, man, the cross-border osmosis between America and Canada and I'm telling you guys, the Billis Anderson train, just drinking the same Kool-Aid right out there.
It's like, it's like the opposites attract. It's like Paul Cartney and Michael Jackson, salt and pepper. You know what I mean? You got the nutty little bastard, and I guess I would be considered the opposite of the nutty little bastard.
Am I salt or am I pepper?
I don't know what you'd be. I think you're Your onion powder.
What the fuck is that? Onion powder. I think I'm a little bit of garlic. Jimmy,
Garlic powder. There we go.
That's
Garlic
it,
powder.
That's it. All right.
I use onion powder. Onion powder is fucking good. It adds a lot of flavor in there. If you don't want to cut some shit up, it's where Gary would have put some flavor in.
Oh man, we got a lot of comments going on in the horizontal as well. Mike Sullivan, I love you, brother. Love to see you there. Thank you for the $2 super sticker. You guys are contributing to them. You guys are so. And I want to remind y'all. The money is not going to Anderson's cigar collection or Billis's cannabis collection. No, we're doing okay with that. The money is going back to investing in the business. The money is going back into creating a better show for you guys so that we can. So here's the truth, guys. I'll speak truth. I got a guy named Tom Marino coming up because we didn't have money for Dan. We just didn't have money for Dan. So I'm hoping that you guys keep contributing money. We can bring.
Dude, you should have told me. I could have called Dan.
We could have called Dan Marino into the show.
Should have told me, dude. I fucking whip out the Rolodex. Come on, babe.
Well, we do know somebody who might know woo for the future. Yeah. Jimmy, let's run the opener. Let's bring in Mr. Marino onto Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and all of our friends here this morning. Jimmy, let's get after it, brother.
What if the person running your company never actually learned how to run a company? Right now, millions of talented professionals find themselves drowning in responsibilities they never trained for, leading teams they never meant to build, making decisions that affect lives and livelihoods without a roadmap. Meet Tom Marino, the healthcare physician turned life coach. He emerges when someone who's walked the same overwhelming path shows you that breakthrough isn't about having all the answers. It's about having the right support system. The difference between chaos and clarity isn't more knowledge. It's having someone who understands your specific struggle guide you through proven steps that actually work. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. Start building it today.
All right. We got our first guest, our only guest this morning. Yes, we do. His name is Tom Marino. We got some. Marty, can you mute?
Look at Mart. Mart, what's up, brother? I didn't see him climbing in here.
I think we got an echo there, Marty. Are you there, brother?
Hey,
Okay.
Yeah, something's clanking around in there.
Marty, we're gonna. So I think that's Marty there.
What
Marty,
about now?
I think we're all good. there. Marty,
my bad.
Marty's in the lab, and we got Tom Marino joining us. Tom, where are you joining us from today, brother?
I'm joining from Merrick, New York, baby.
Merrick, New York. We had somebody that you know on the show a couple weeks ago, a guy named Adam Hurd.
Yes, my big co-partner there, Mr. Hurd. I heard he had a great time on this show, so he said, you got to jump on here and talk with these guys.
Yes, so you are the creator. You created the Accidental CEO Interactive Workshop. You host the Atomic Business Coaching Podcast. You're an author. You like to talk about the accidental CEO side of things. So you work with Hurd, and you are the operations guy. Am I correct?
That's 100% correct.
And you made a dramatic career pivot from healthcare to coaching after experiencing burnout. And Tom Marino, I got to tell you, man, a lot of folks on this show and folks that listen to our show have gone through that journey. Let's just dive right into how did you end up in the coaching business about burnout and what was that experience like?
Hey, before Tom gets rolling, I got to take a quick piss. Damn it! I drank too much water this morning, but I'll be listening, brother. So when I come back, I'll still be up to speed. Give me like 2 minutes. Give me.
Just mute us in the bathroom there, John.
Tommy, get after your story, brother. So what burnout to a coach. Let's get into it.
Listen, when I was working in healthcare, I was in administration, running a 36 practice, multi-specialty group practice of physicians. I was in charge of 2 regions, Brooklyn and Queens, and I had 700 people in my portfolio, and I was working crazy hours every single day and was not spending time with my family, not doing any of that stuff, and I just started to dread the job. And I was like, all right, this is it. I'm burnt out. It's time to move on. And what happened was I wound up leaving one job, went to another job, and quit that job in 30 days because it was just not the right thing for me. It wasn't a good fit, and I had nothing to go to. So I started a consulting business and was very successful in getting that off the ground. But what really came to me is I really needed to help people who wanted to get out of the corporate space and start doing things for themselves. And that's what really led me to become a life coach. And then about 3-4 years ago, it's 4 years ago, Adam and I met at a networking group that he was running and he owned. and we started talking, and we realized we could help each other's clients. He was working with a lot of businesses, a lot of business owners who were really stuck and trying to get out of their own way. They were burnt out from being in the grind every single day. And he and I connected, and he's like, you can help them with their mindset, with their limiting beliefs, with their sabotaging habits. And I said, I had a lot of clients that were business owners, and I really couldn't help them that much with the business as much as he probably could. And we joined forces, and we came together and formed Atomic Business Coaching. But it was all because I was tired, burnt out, stressed out, and needed to do something different in my life. And I'm proud to say, after 7 years since that happened, I'm a proud recovering paycheck-holic, so to speak.
A recovering paycheck holic. Oh, that is awesome. So in other words, you're recovering from collecting your paycheck every 2 weeks. You got addicted to that. And you're like, okay, fuck that. I'm going to go earn it myself. You're going to go make your own money doing your own thing.
100%, man.
That takes courage. So brother, it takes courage. Kids and family. And so I'm thinking too.
Yeah, I have a wife, 2 kids, a dog, a mortgage, all that stuff. And I just retired from healthcare 2 years ago and said, fuck this. It's time to move on. And that's what I'm doing.
So brother, that's what I'm talking about. I've been listening the whole time. When I was shaking it off, I was like, fucking hurry up and get back here because I love this fucking shit. Let's go.
I have something for you two to get into, and me and Marty will go have coffee in a moment because I got a word here. I got a word here, Johnny, you're going to lean into, and you both are going to run with it. Before we do that, I got to ask one question of Marino. So Marino, there's a lot of guys, there's folks tuning in right now that want to make the jump or the leap like you did, but then look to the left, they see their wife there, look to the right, they see their kid there, look to the front, see their dog there, they look in the desk, they see a pile of bills, and then they're addicted to the paycheckaholic. But then they're like, but then they're going, but I don't want to race toward, I don't want to just waste my life rushing towards retirement. How did you, and I'm being serious, man, how did you find the courage? Or was it, did you save some money up? Like tactically tell me. Yeah. You made the jump, man. It's hard for people to do.
It's hard to do 100%, but here's what I did. I started my business 7 years ago, and I built up a reserve. And when the time was right, I said, okay, I'm ready to jump full in. You got to give it that 3 to 5 year window to really get established and get moving in the right direction. And that's what I did. I was working literally 2 jobs the last 3 years of my healthcare career, so to speak, before I took the leap and said goodbye to healthcare and retired. I built it up. I made sure that I had enough in the bank to survive and continue to flow. And I got to a number of clients that I was comfortable with. And then Adam and I started the business, and that was additional income on top of that. And we didn't even start it, to be a business. We were just, goofing around and trying to figure out how can we really help more people. And we woke up one day and we realized, oh shit, we got another business on our hands. So it really took leaning into what I believed and found my purpose to be.
Oh,
and I would say you have to have a lot of trust and blind faith and just go into it and understand that if you lean into what you're meant to do here on this planet, you will let the money flow to you. You will allow abundance to come into your life. Now, it also helps that my wife was extremely supportive. She works a full-time job. We get a lot of benefits from her. So I was in a good situation to be able to step away, and I had a lot that built up my courage. And I tell you, it was not I was scared shitless, man. I was scared shitless, but here I am, and Adam and I are running a very successful business. And listen, I get to be there for my kids. I'm really a travel baseball dad, and I do all this other shit on the side. My son is a baseball player. We're working on getting him into college and all this stuff. And I get to be there for every part of it because I'm in control of my entire life.
That's awesome. Hey guys, I see all the comments in the community. I love all of your comments, guys. You guys are awesome. Let's keep it going, and I'll come back to you guys in a few moments here. We got Tom Marino joining myself, John Anderson, C. Marty Fit here this morning on Mornings in Live with Keith and John and friends every single day, 8 o'clock Eastern time. So guys, keep the comments coming in. Again, I see them. Johnny, listen to what I'm going to say next.
Well, real quick, I just wanted to back up what my man was saying there, Tom, is that, that's one of the things that every day I find myself writing in my gratitude journaling, is that I'm grateful for my life with choices, which is what you just described.
Yeah.
Good fucking shit, brother.
Yeah.
It's all about choice. It's all about choice.
I just want to add one thing real quick too.
Yes.
Yeah, when you're moving with good momentum, you're moving in the right direction, you kind of just find your purpose. That's what Tom did. Like he
Exactly
didn't he didn't purposely come up with this business. It kind of just happened because he was, he had a good heart and he was doing something he loved. So I just want to add that too.
Love that. And Marty, we got Mike Sullivan coming in and saying, hey, Marty, good to see you again. Mike, who's on the show back in June 2024 here. So we got Sullivan. And Sullivan, I see
What's up, Mike?
And I see your comment there as well, Sullivan. And I wanted to throw this out there as well, guys. I love how the early morning energy and talk wakes me up cognitively and in turn allows for making more progress. That's what's awesome. And Sullivan throws $2 on the table here this morning. I appreciate that. Anderson,
Mike.
Anderson, you're going to love what I say next, brother, because the word that Marino uses that you lean in every single time. Hear me clearly. Marino has literally built his entire philosophy around the idea that things are simple but not easy, which is probably the most honest thing any business coach has ever said. And Tom, I got to tell you, man, John, one thing I love about Johnny is that he breaks everything down to the simplest thing, or just getting up and getting moving, right? So Tom, lean into the idea of simplicity, yet it is so hard to make things simple for so many people.
We say, Adam and I say, business and life are simple. They're just not easy. And we tend to overcomplicate things. We tend to make things more difficult than they need to be. But when it's really just simple, it's a simple method. It's a simple process. It's a simple system. And you just have to recognize that when you try to overcomplicate it, that's when it makes it hard, right? It's never going to be an easy journey. Everybody's always looking for that easy button. They're always looking for the easy way.
Can I just jump in with? I so agree. I think when you're not a procrastinator, you are seeking the simplest way to get started. If you're a procrastinator, well, let's fucking make this son of a bitch so goddamn complex. We got to sit here on our heels for another 2 fucking days and talk about this.
Interesting. Yeah. Because you're trying to find a reason not to do it. And Johnny?
Yes.
Tom,
I want to, simplicity is like, okay, I need to break this down in seconds so I can have the best first step. Because that first step, my foot's fucking coming. Where am I going to put it down? I got a few seconds to simplify where I'm going to put it down.
It's interesting you say, because we talk experience. I was that guy, and I've said it before, where I was always looking for the answers that I wanted the answer to make what I wanted it to be. And sometimes I would overcomplicate it. So truthfully, and I was that guy, and I realized, and again, back to AJ. AJ was the guy that was like, no, man, just come to the fucking gym and lift the weight. Oh, what do you mean? No, just fucking lift the weight up and put it down.
Dude, I have never fucking started a business by buying a business license.
Yeah,
I've never fucking started. I start a fucking business by the action of the business, and if it fucking works, then I surround it with the proper shit it's supposed to be surrounded with.
Business advice this morning from John Anderson. I love that.
I mean, why fucking protect something that doesn't work?
Yeah.
Why legalize a concept that hasn't proven itself? You're only going to be illegal for a fucking few weeks, maybe a month. My first windfall, I was illegal for a whole fucking year.
I can't disagree with you there, Marino.
Well, that's what so many business owners make a mistake of doing. They think they got to go get the LLC and I got to go get the
get
all this shit done. And the bottom line is, no, you need a fucking product, you need services
or the patent.
Oh my God, dude! I'm sorry. Do you see that fucking? You just did that commercial. I swear to God, on YouTube, whenever I'm learning, this fucking same commercial comes up, and it's like, you want to be CEO? Well, then just go start the LLC. Like, that's the fucking first step. What a great fucking way to get people to spend money on something that they're never going to fucking use.
The only people making money are the lawyers. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. So,
Tom, you're like, I'm just sitting here quietly, and you're like fucking reading my mind, dude.
Hey, you listen. You don't need capital either. Just get
Get a product,
sell it. That's it. It's that simple.
Hey, Tom, go ahead, John. Marty.
I was just going to say, it's like the people that need a nice workout outfit before they get the gym membership.
Yes, same.
I hear that stuff all the time. Yeah, I was just going to say it's or like sometimes I'll sneak a weight on my clients, the barbell or whatever, they didn't see it and they end up lifting it. Yeah. They didn't even know they could do it. But go ahead, Keith. My bad.
No, that's all right. So, Tom, you mentioned your son's baseball season, and you mentioned that you're an active baseball dad, and I've been an active hockey dad and dance dad, and I love that feeling. But you mentioned that your son's baseball season ending was an emotional moment for you. So, how has being that sports dad influenced your coaching style when it comes to coaching business coaches and business leaders? Like, what's that bridge, Tom?
Yeah, the most important thing is that people struggle with is that they don't have good boundaries sometimes, and that's what causes their burnout. And when I realized what my non-negotiables were in life, I really put them into play, right? And baseball,
Yes.
it's a non-negotiable. I have to be there. My son is 16, is going into his junior year of high school. I got 2 more years. That's it. And he's off to college, hopefully playing college ball. But my work in getting him there is almost done. And it's a non-negotiable. It's
short window, baby.
That I'm going to sacrifice. And that was one of the things, that was one of the commitments I made to myself when I left healthcare and started my businesses, is that it was not to make money and have revenue. It was to be a better father and be around and be there for them during their teenage years, because I missed so much of their earlier years, because I was working like a fucking dog and not
have those choices, baby. You basically got your choices now.
Good morning, Basim Haslam. I see your comments there. Was it Basim Hussein joining us here this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends getting after it? I see you, Basan. I see all your comments, guys. Keep them coming. We're hanging out with Tom Marino, one of the CEOs of the Atomic Business Coaching. Tom, you mentioned non-negotiables.
Yeah.
What are your non-negotiables every single day?
Every single day? Well, I have a few. One is I always make time for myself. That's the first and most important, whether it's working out or just taking time to visualize and give myself a break and really rejuvenate what I need in terms of my energy, both mentally and physically. Number 2, it's being there for my kids no matter when they need me. I have to make sure that my schedule allows for me to be where I need to be when they need me. The third is making sure that every Friday night, my wife and I go out to dinner. We do a date night. It's our night. No one can interfere with that. Obviously, when there's a baseball game, we go to the baseball game together, and that's our date. But the bottom line is that is something every day, every week, I make sure happens. And the most important thing is just really making space for me. Like I said earlier, it's making sure that I have time so I can be the best business owner, so I can bring the most energy to everything I do. And that's why you need non-negotiables. That's why you need to know what they are. And my life is about harmony. It's not about balance, because balance it doesn't exist. You pit things against each other. It's all about the fluidity of life and how you just move from one thing to another.
Can I offer you a perspective on that, brother? People say balance, right? Mm-hmm. So what is balance? Well, the way I kind of describe that is, if you're going to commit to one thing at this level and you commit to something else at that level, that's the balance. People look at it as time. Don't use time as the metric. Use commitment as the metric. Like, I don't spend nearly the amount of time with my wife that I do on my businesses. But when I'm with her, I'm committed to that time, just like I'm committed to my workout or my business. So I think that's the thing that people miss, is they're comparing the metric they're using as time, when really their metric should be the commitment.
Yeah, 100%. I love that. We have a t-shirt that says CEO on it, and the first word of CEO is not Chief Executive Officer. It's commitment, effort, obsession. And we want you to be obsessed about things so that you can have the commitment to it and put the effort in. And you're 100% right. And I'm going to take your perspective on it and just add my attention management piece that I tell people all the time. It's not about time. It's where are you intentionally your attention in a specific time frame. And when you reset the intention and you put the commitment, to use your word, behind it, your attention goes to the right person. It goes to the right thing at the right time. And it's not about, time at all. Time is just this construct that we got to put shit on the calendar. But it's the attention that we're going to spend in those blocks of time, and how we spend it is the intention we put behind it.
I would suggest that balance creates mediocrity, right? And when I walk into the arena and I get on stage, I'm the guy who didn't strive for balance. I'm the guy who strived to be excellent. And I look at my 20,000 fans out in the audience. They're all striving for balance, and that's okay.
But I don't think you have to strive for balance.
I agree with you, Johnny. I agree with you. But I'm just suggesting that we have been taught to go sit in the stands. There's a lot of people sitting in the stands that want to get on stage with Keith and John and Marino and Marty and Matt Roof. Like, how do I get up there? It's not balance. It's fucking Kobe Bryant's not sitting in the stands. No, Kobe Bryant's on stage. LeBron James is on fucking stage because he's getting up and getting after it. You want balance? Go sit in the stands.
Well, and I think that whole me personally, for me to be able to obsess about my time with my wife every day when it's time, I need to know what we're doing. And that's one of the things that I told her. I said, look, if I know what we're doing, it's fucking premeditated. I can do it so much fucking better.
Yeah.
So that's part of my rhythm with her is in the morning, she comes to me, we decide what we're going to do. And based upon that, now when it's time, I am fucking there. But if it just gets kind of put on me at the moment, I'm not good at that.
Right. Yeah, because you got to be present. The intention is to be present in that situation. That's what you're really planning out. That's what you're really striving for. I mean, balance and this concept of work-life balance, that's what burns out people who are employees.
Yes.
That's the thing that burns us out, is we're constantly fighting for that work-life balance. That does not exist. And people are in a constant battle every single day because they're trying to be this professional person and then they want to do their personal life. Listen, you're the same fucking person. Just be you all day, all the time.
Yes.
Don't try to pit things against each other. Don't try to be somebody you're not. Just be who you are and bring it to every aspect of what you do, and you're going to live a much happier life.
Yes. Hey, everybody, you're hanging out with Keith, John, and Marty, and our guest, Tom Marino, this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends, getting it after every single day. Hey, Marino, quick time check. I know we had you for, 15, 20, but we got you for 30. Can I keep you for an extra 10, or where are you at for time, brother?
Sure, we're good, man. We're good, brother. Let's go.
Hey, we know what we got to do. We got to have him and his partner. Let's get the fucking two amigos on at the same time.
Johnny, fuck, are you looking at my notes, man? Just stop, brother.
Are you fucking kidding me? I know everything about you. Right? I know your thoughts before they hit your brain.
We got Global coming in with a really profound comment. And then Jimmy, what we're going to do, Jim, is I think I want to get into, we're going to do lifestyle. So Jimmy, we're going to do a comment from Global. We're going to do the lifestyle tip with Anderson. We're going to come back, talk rejection, and then we're going to wrap it up with the quick hits with Tom Marino. But Global comes in with a great comment that Global says to us here, and I love this one because, so Tom, I'm going to start with you first. You talk about helping CEOs who never plan to lead, yet then the question is, did you ever plan to lead? But then Global comes back, and I love it, and he says here, notice those that act like leaders eventually become nominated to become one. And that's so profound, right? It's like, if you act like a leader, you probably are going to eventually become one. Right.
Yeah,
so when I think about you talk about helping CEOs who never plan to lead.
Right.
They wake up like, oh, I'm a leader. I need some help. Would that be fair to say?
Listen, absolutely. I mean, most solopreneurs, most of them went into business and created a job for themselves. They created a revenue stream. And then when they become successful, and we see this, once you hit that 250,000 revenue mark, you start to realize, oh shit, I could actually make something of this. I could actually have a company because I'm starting to burn out. And that's what happens is we bring them to recognize that now we're going to set some intentions behind what you've been doing. You've gotten to this point and you lack the intention of being the leader of your company. You lacked even the idea of wanting to have employees and wanting to scale this thing and bring it to another level. And that accidental piece now needs to become an intentional thing. And Adam and I were accidental CEOs in Atomic Business Coaching. We came in here with an idea that we were just going to help some people. We were going to do it for fun, and we really weren't going to make a business out of it. We are going to charge people some money just to do it. But we woke up and we're like, holy shit, this thing really works. We got to that point and said, all right, now we have to set a lot of intention. What are we doing? And that's how we even came up with the Accidental CEO workshop that we do every week. It's an opportunity for people to come in that aren't sure how to do this, what to do next. And in a 90-minute workshop, you're going to walk away with what most people pay $10,000 for from us. And that's what it's all about. It's about how you set the intention to build some infrastructure and get the answers that you need so that you can now be an intentional CEO and no longer be that accidental leader and really become and embrace the role of the CEO, which is the leader of the organization. A CEO's job is two things: to revenue generate and to develop the product, the process, and the people. And in the developing of the people, that's where you really become the true leader of your organization.
Awesome. All right, we're hanging out with Tom Marino. Tom, here's how it's going to work. We're going to do a lifestyle tip with John Anderson. We're going to get off stage for about 60 seconds or so. We're going to come back and we're going to talk some rejection. You've been rejected. How many times have you been rejected in your life, Tom?
Several.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to talk about rejection. So, Jimmy, let's run the hitter, and then we'll come back and talk rejection with Tom, myself, Marty, and Johnny here this morning on Mornings in the Lab.
All right, we're going to kind of run a little further this conversation we're having about balance. You see, so many of you guys are, this whole work-life balance thing has got you quite confused. Well, here's the deal. You got to think of it from a different metric than time. Now, granted, that is a metric for sure, and it has to be considered. But if you start off with looking at your intention of your commitments, if you commit to everything, and that's what I preach, don't just be good at your body, or don't just be good at business. Don't just be good at relationships. Be good at everything. And how do you do that? Through intentional commitment. If you've got a wife that has been out of shape because she feels like you're spending too much time working, what she's really saying is, I need some more attention. That doesn't mean you spending an hour with her on the couch scrolling on your goddamn phone. That means the time that you have, make her feel like she's the only one in the fucking universe. That's the type of commitment you need to give to everything in your life. You'll be pretty blown away when you start to commit to all areas of your life. Time starts to slide down the totem pole of the metrics, because, again, if you're just kind of wandering from here to there, the only thing that you can really gauge, if you're not, let me rephrase that. If you're not committing intentionally to all areas of your life, then time is the only metric that you have to look at. And if you're using that as your metric, you're always going to be upset. More importantly, your loved ones are going to be upset. The people that need you are going to be upset. So again, if you're having to struggle with this, look at it from a different perspective. Are you committing to everything in your life equally? If you are, that's a fucking great place to start. Rock and roll.
What if the moment that feels like your biggest failure is actually your brain preparing for your greatest breakthrough? Every morning, successful men wake up carrying the weight of yesterday's setbacks, wondering why some people seem immune to the sting of disappointment while they're still replaying every rejection, every closed door, every moment someone said no. Recent neuroscience research reveals something remarkable about how our minds process these experiences. The breakthrough comes when you understand that resilience isn't about avoiding the hit. It's about changing how your brain processes the impact. Today, we're diving deep into the science of turning setbacks into comebacks.
Felt that pain, that sting, the sharp pain of rejection. Marty, I'm coming to you first, brother. But what if rejection isn't something to fear? And we got B Drive coming in saying, I love rejection. It's hard to disagree that rejection makes us learn. Rejection helps us learn, but rather your secret weapon for unstoppable growth. Today, we're here with our guest, Tom Marino. Let's talk about some proven strategies, some proven ideas. And Maddie Roof talked about it this morning on Kindness Rising at 7:30. Strategies to turn rejection from a painful setback to a powerful springboard for success. Starting with our brother from another mother, Christopher Martin. See, Marty, rejection, brother. You've been rejected many times in your life, going through that basketball career, work career. Talk about rejection and what it means for you before I go to you, Marino. Marty.
Yeah, rejection is pretty much, it's built that callus.
Yeah, right? Yes.
That callus is going to stop me from any obstacle, any challenge holding me back in the future. So it's needed, especially for us men. You know, we have to make less excuses, right? We kind of just got to get through it, and we got to be a model for the family and model for the people around us. So rejection has been my best friend. I love that word. Pretty familiar with it too.
I love that, Marty. What you say? Let's rename the word rejection into callous. I got a bunch of fucking rejection on my hands. I love it because every time I look at my rejection, it makes me stronger. Marino, what does rejection mean to you? And then Johnny, I'll come to you next. But Marino, when
I got the best fucking soundbite for this one, babe. Come on,
Marino, rejection, brother. Let's talk about it. What does it mean to you, and how have you overcome it? And how do you teach your kids about it, especially your baseball son?
Yeah, rejection is just another form of resistance on your path to success. Okay. You have to see it as an opportunity to adjust what you're doing, to reevaluate, and to really ask for feedback. When you get rejected, the lost opportunities if you don't ask for feedback on why you're rejected, because then you can't make the adjustments that you need to make. And at the end of the day, if you keep showing up consistently, keep doing the work, and keep trusting the process, the rejection is only going to be this thing in the past and not part of your future. So you have to just keep moving forward. See it as the resistance that really develops that muscle so that you can keep going forward to achieving what you really want to achieve and you can.
Yeah. Johnny, burps aside, what about rejection for you, brother?
That one just kind of came out of nowhere, babe. So think of it like this. Rejection is basically like a training tool.
Oh,
Stop giving a fuck what everybody else thinks so you can do what you want and not have your actions and your decisions be changed by what everybody else around you is thinking or saying.
I like that. Hey, Tom, here's a curious, actually, all you guys, and actually community, to everybody in the community. So I got a question for everybody right now. If you can't answer, I want to see it in the community. Have you all ever intentionally, I love the word intention, have you all ever intentionally sought rejection to build your resilience? So and then what was the outcome of it? And maybe Johnny and Marty going to the gym. It's like, yeah, I'm putting an extra weight on because I want to fail. But let's talk about the idea of, Tom, starting with you. Have you ever sought rejection?
That's it. I never thought about it in that way. I don't think I have ever sought to be rejected, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
I can think of situations where I may have put myself where it's a bit impossible to achieve what I thought I could, but I don't think intentionally I ever sought that out. But it's a really good, I really like where you went with that, because I think when we put ourselves in positions to fail, it makes failing a little bit, and I hate to use the word, a little bit easier. It helps us accept it a little bit better. And I think we have to set ourselves up for a little bit more rejection so that we could actually grow more than we are.
Yeah. What about you, Marty? Have you sought rejection, Marty, to build resilience?
I'm seeking rejection right now, man. I'm always working on something, always planning something.
Love that.
And I'm literally in the middle of it right now. So that's a big part of my life. I'm always trying to level up and get to that next level.
Yeah.
How do you grow if you don't?
Exactly. Johnny.
If you want to use the tool to the fullest, you have to break it into the micro. I've told the story before. In my strength career, I would often take 700 pounds on a bar, put it on the outside of the rack. So when I walk it out, there's no catch racks. And I know when I walk it out, I'm not putting it away because I'm going to fall with that weight, 700 fucking pounds. I'm going to go and see if I can get one more. So it's a pre-planned rejection. Since you're going to take that rejection, well, might as well get one more today.
Yes.
And when you break it into these little micros, it's so fucking easy to deal with the macros.
And I like to think about it, Johnny, when I do my running on Friday. We all know how much I love it, and I say that with so much sarcasm. But in many ways, when I go on that tread or get outside, I'm seeking rejection because it's something I dislike doing. Johnny, notice the word. I dislike it. So when I dislike it, I'm seeking that rejection, ain't I? Because if I'm seeking that rejection, I'm hoping that it's building my amygdala. Right. So maybe it's just a way of reframing the whole situation. Marty, I love your honesty, man, that you're out there seeking rejection. And if I think about what Roofy's after, right? Roofy's creating a brand new show from scratch. Every single day he's being rejected. But every single day he gets up, he moves further up the mountain.
Well, then if you're not doing if you're doing something that you know that you can do, you're not fucking growing.
Isn't that the truth, actually?
Jesus Christ, if you're not challenging yourself with something, man, I've never done this before. Fucking recalibrate what you're doing.
Yes, exactly. So Jimmy, we're going to do this. I got a comment from Global, then we're going to go to rapid fire with Tom Marino. So Global, rejection equals being redirected to something better. Global, so profound this morning. Jimmy, let's do rapid fire with Tom Marino. Joining us here this morning, we're going to do some rapid fire questions from Tom and Keith and Johnny. For Tom this morning, before we get out of here this morning. Tom, worst business advice you've ever heard?
Worst business advice? Don't grow.
Oh, why would somebody say that?
Because they think that they're in over their head.
Dude, you got to get them onto the show. Scrubs or business suit? Which makes you feel more powerful?
Scrubs.
Oh, yeah, really? Yeah, because you feel like George Clooney or what?
Yeah, well, I used to practice medicine, so that's where my seat of power used to
Dude,
be.
when you have to, you know what a fucking tie is? A tie is a fucking noose. When you wear one of those motherfuckers, the powers that be know you're doing what you're told.
Exactly.
Yes.
Johnny, that's crazy.
It's the fucking truth, dude. You look at Mark fucking Cuban. He wears whatever the fuck he wants wherever he goes. He doesn't need to wear a tie.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
That's it. Tom, one word to describe your first day as a coach.
Choice.
Love that. And if you could coach any CEO, dead or alive, who would it be?
Oh, wow. Warren Buffett.
Oh, we talked about Buffett a couple days ago. We have a funny little story about the guy because we talk longevity on the show all the time. And people are seeking longevity hacks, talking longevity. You know what Buffett does? He eats crap all day long, but he gets his 8 hours of sleep.
Yep.
His non-negotiable is his sleep. So we were having some fun with that one. Tom, your guilty pleasure when you're not coaching CEOs?
That's baseball. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, there we go. And then finally, something fun with you. The first thing you do if you accidentally became the CEO of Amazon.
I would celebrate. I would celebrate, and then I'd be like, oh shit, what happened?
You'd look at your paycheckaholic and you'd say, yeah, I'll take that paycheck from Amazon. I'm going to fucking work.
You know, let me just point something out real quick. And this is no knock to my man Tom here. But society has fucking conditioned us to apologize for not having fucking bad habits.
Yeah.
Look at that. He said, I'm sorry, it's baseball. I don't have a bad habit for you. I'm sorry. That's how fucking off the fucking mark society is. If you don't have a bad habit, you have to apologize for it. That's fucked up.
Jesus. DK Fine, I see your comments. Good morning. Welcome to the show here this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends here. DK Fire, you're hanging out with our guest, Tom Marino. Tom, closing question, brother. 20 years from now, when you're 30, when you're looking back at all the accidental CEOs you've helped, yes, Tom, we are in the future. If you look at any of my content, we're kind of in a time warp here. Exactly, Marty. I was wondering where that button was, Marty. 20 years from now, when you're looking back at all...
Think about that. We haven't had buttons in a while. God damn, that's right. Holy shit.
Oh, man. When you're looking back at all the accidental CEOs that you've helped, Tom Marino, not Adam Hurd, because I know, here's the reality. We know that you do all the work. We know that Hurd just out there does the visionary stuff. We know he just talks, and we know you do all the work. So what do you want your legacy to be, to Tom Marino? And then what's the one thing you hope every client remembers about their time with you, Tom Marino?
So when I look back, I want to be able to say that the legacy was that I gave people the ability and the power to believe in themselves to achieve the life that they wanted and they desired. And I would say, what was the second question there?
Second question is, what would you hope what would you hope every client remembers about
every
you?
Client, listen, not to be cliche, but business and life are simple. They're just not easy.
Oh, yes.
Good shit, brother.
Yes.
Good fucking shit.
Tom Marino joining us all the way from New York this morning. Tom, where can folks connect with you, find you, engage with you? We have a very active community here in the Mornings and Live community. I'd love to invite you to it and spend some time on our YouTube channel. Guys, we're going to get Tom Marino in the community with us as well. But where can folks find you and connect with you outside of this, brother?
The best way, atomicbusinesscoaching.com. You can find us there. I'm on LinkedIn at Tom Marino. And anywhere that you see Atomic Business Coaching, that's the best place.
Awesome. All right.
And real quick, Tom, I wasn't, just so you know, brother, I wasn't throwing you under the bus for apologizing for not having I find my fucking self doing it all the time too. It's
same here.
We don't like to admit the bad habits that we have, what those guilty pleasures are, but it's like, mine is, it's chocolate. If I was to really I love just sitting down and having some.
Oh, so you do have a guilty pleasure then? Oh well, shit. Okay, well that's different. If you didn't have one, I was giving you kudos. But now you're the fucking
truth.
What Johnny does,
man.
Jesus Christ. Now I got to retract my statement, brother. You had one. You were just too chicken shit to put it on the table.
No, Johnny, that was slick. That was slick, Johnny. I like that.
Oh, man. See, I truly don't have that, motherfucker. I don't have those bad, because those bad habits will fuck my life up, because I'm an addictive son of a bitch.
So you throw him under the bus again after apologizing for throwing him under the bus.
I was apologizing on a premise that he didn't have. I thought he was in my club, but he's clearly not. He was an imposter.
Keith, where'd you find this guy, man?
I love it. Tom, I'm telling you, brother, you get unfettered, unfiltered fun here on Mornings in the Lab every single day, brother. You're going to get nothing but truth from all of us here, pal.
All right, this was awesome. Thanks for having me this morning.
Tom, will you come back?
Very cool, brother.
Will you bring your partner with us, Tom?
Yeah, yes, I will. We'll come back, Adam and I both.
Yeah. Will he sit on the left side of you or the right side of you?
Usually he's on my left.
Tom Marino.
See, like with Keith, when Keith and I are in this situation, he's always on the bottom.
Yeah, that was guys. It was a nice day. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
See, that was white boy humor. He doesn't like that.
Yeah. Tom. Usually when they start the white boy humor, it's time for me to go. Tom.
Marty walks. Marty's going. I'm out of here, man. The white boy is fucking getting after. Marty, enjoy your day today. Marino, you too. Okay, pal.
Tom, in all seriousness, brother, you had some. I just want to say, Tom, in all seriousness, you had some fucking great shit to say, brother. So thank you.
A great show for sure.
Oh yes.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
All right, guys, we're back at it. Marty's gone. Marino's gone. We're left with Mornings in the Lab with Keith and John.
And then there were two.
Guys, if Rejection builds character by now, I should have my own Marvel series. Let's power up there, babes.
Brother, I got something to share with you that you're going to not believe about me.
I'm excited.
Is it a good time Is it a good time, or should we come back to this?
Let me just reset, and then I want to hear all about it. Absolutely. Okay. So, guys, I see all your comments there in the feed. There, we got a few things we're going to talk about here in the next 30 minutes. Here, we are going to talk about meals for peak brain performers. I've had this one on the table all week, and I want to talk about this one because Johnny, we were going to talk about it yesterday, but Holroyd's like, no, we want to talk about it when John's on. I'm like, all right, so we're going to talk about food when John is on the show. But
Holroyd, that a baby. That's it. Get the authority on the fucking thing. Come on, man.
Johnny,
good fucking shit.
I'm listening to the community, because if the community is not here, you and I aren't here. So the community is driving our direction. So Holroyd's like, no, we want to hear from Johnny. I'm like, all right, so we're going to talk food. And guys, and I know none of us eat the shitty food that I'm going to talk about here, because John's going to give me shit for even bringing it up. But Carter and I thought we'd have some fun with all you motherfuckers about the unhealthiest restaurant in America. So there's the tease. What do you all think is the unhealthiest fast food chain in America today?
That's an interesting question, dude.
Yeah, we're going to drop that just before Johnny goes. So I'd like to see your guys' comments. What is the most unhealthiest chain in America today? We'll drop that here at the bottom of the hour before Johnny goes. But Johnny, before we do that, what did you have to tell me before I get into walking backwards, brother?
And I got to be tight at 30 today too, by the way.
Good.
So, you're kind of the one that's, well, there's been two. You've been a big influence, and then my current business coach has been a big influence in me getting started with AI, right?
Yeah.
You've been probably more influential because I talk to you more than I talk to him.
Yes.
But so I am actually having an AI bot built specifically to help me within my businesses.
Yes. Good.
Like basically I have a person that does like SEO stuff, right?
Yes.
Well, this bot can do SEO, and then I can have this person doing more creative work.
Yes.
But that was the thing. And that was the first thing, as I said, look, when I was talking to this building it for me, I was like, I don't want any of the people that I employ, I don't want their jobs taken. I don't want this to be a replacement. I'm trying to change the lives of people on my team and the lives of the people I work with. So it was just, what it did was it allowed we're building this bot to get rid of the things that, somebody, I can move someone into a better position by having this bot built. So I think you'd be pretty happy with the fact that I'm taking that step into this.
I love that. And that's smart. And I'll tell you something right now. I think that's an effective use of your time. And I think that's going to be an effective use of CEOs and leaders to use these tools. And it's a tool. right? So that
and I think what it is, it's almost like, I have a massive fucking marketing budget. It's just awareness, because this thing basically is a one-time fee plus a hosting, right? And the hosting is peanuts compared to the fucking marketing budget that will go out and expose. You could almost look at it as a marketing tool. It's just not marketing itself,
Look at B Drive's comment.
Which are you on horizontal or
on the vertical? Bernard.
Don't apologize, John. I love it.
Keith, using both hands on that water bottle gives you real perspective on his true size. Because
I missed that. Which one? Which one are you on?
I'm looking at both, but I'm on the vertical right now. He's giving me. Yes,
oh, there it is.
This is my true size. Good one, Bernard. So, Bernard, I see we're at that relationship now where you're now throwing the host under the bus. I love it. Jimmy, why walking backwards might be your best move yet?
What if moving in the wrong direction is actually the right answer? You're hitting the gym, following all the conventional fitness advice, but your knees are screaming, your progress has stalled, and you're wondering why the same old forward momentum isn't delivering the breakthrough results you need. Exercise scientists studying unconventional movement patterns discovered something remarkable. When people simply reversed their walking direction, their bodies responded with dramatic metabolic changes, enhanced brain function, and significant pain reduction that traditional exercise couldn't match. The solution isn't more complex workouts or expensive equipment. It's about taking the movement you already do every day and literally flipping it around. Today, we're revealing why walking backwards might be the forward-thinking solution you've been missing.
And dramatically improve your calorie burn, strengthen muscles, uniquely relieve chronic pain, and sharpen your cognitive abilities. Johnny, when we teased it up here, Johnny talked about his experience walking backwards. Johnny, we got a bunch of new people on the show right now since the start of the show here, so I'm going to come to you in a quick second. But guys, walking backwards burns approximately 40% more calories due to the demands, because it's just different on your body. Johnny.
But all the things that you described, cognitive function, burning more calories, all the shit you described is really coming down to doing an activity that's new where you actually have to learn to get good at it.
Yes.
You've got a coordination, cognitive function. Of course, you're not going to be as efficient walking backwards. You're going to have to work harder to move. It's just, you could compare this to any new type of movement.
Yeah. So
just how you do it.
I'm just walking backwards on the show.
Oh, you were. I was on a vertical, so I just kept going in and out of the screen. I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
What you guys want to do today is trying it out. True story, actually. So, you might find, you are going to find different muscle engagement. You might find some pain relief. You might find some balance improvement, and you might find some cognitive boost, right? Because you're going to be doing things you're normally not doing. And true story, start simply on the treadmill. I did it. I've done it. I've done treadmill, incline backwards walking. Johnny did it during his rehab. And as goofy as it sounds, it works and it is effective. It's funny. Go ahead,
on that level, real quick, I was going to say, if you're interested in trying something new to do this stuff, walking backwards is the lowest barrier of entry. You could always put a walking lunge into this, which would then take those percentages would fucking shoot through the roof.
Yes. I got to tell you a funny dad joke about the walking backwards thing. So I like to keep my kids' life entertaining. Johnny, I think you'll love this, man. I love to keep my kids' life entertaining. And often as my kids were growing up, we'd go through drive-throughs. I'd say that, it's boring to talk normal all the time. So we'd go through the drive-through and I'd use different accents and different voices to keep it interesting. But what I did with Piper one day, I said, Pipes, we're driving to dance today. She goes, yeah. I go, but I'm just bored of driving forward all the time. She's looking at me. She says, what? I go, no, we're going to drive backwards. So I fucking turned the Jeep around, Johnny, and drove backwards about half the way to her dance class one day. I just drove through my neighborhood backwards, and I put my Jeep in reverse. Then I just drove backwards all the way through my neighborhood, about a couple kilometers, a couple miles through the neighborhood. And she's looking at me, and all the neighbors are looking at me. What are you doing? I'm driving backwards. She goes, why? Because it's boring driving. I drive forward all the time. So just got to mix it up.
See, that's the nutty little part of you right there. Because I get the concept, but I'm thinking to myself, if I'm going to do something like that, I want a little bit more of a return on my investment of what I'm doing.
Fast food shock. What is America's unhealthiest food chain? We're going to drop that in about 15 minutes before Johnny goes. But before we do that, we are going to talk about food that will help help your brain. I got some recipes here, which are brain. Where is it? 5 quick meals for peak brain performance. I've had this on the table for about a week now. We're going to put these recipes up in the Mornings in the Lab community after the show here today. So we're going from walking backwards to peak brain performance. Then we're going to wrap it up the conversation with Johnny on the unhealthiest restaurants. So I want to see what you guys are thinking. I see Spartacus is Kentucky Fried Chicken. Lady Drew is donut shops. Lady Drew is McDonald's. You guys are kind of close, but you're kind of warm. Mike Sullivan, what speed? 0.5 miles per hour on the treadmill to avoid falling off. Yeah, Mike, I was going 1, 2, and I'd put the incline at about 3%, 4%, and I would just walk backwards. Johnny, any advice on speed?
You know, I can't remember the last time I walked in a fucking treadmill. Because honestly, if I'm going to walk, I want the other parts of walking. I want the fresh air. I want the experience.
Yes. I'm going for a walk after the show. Double A, these fellas look like they snuggle Twinkies into a porta potty and eats them while sitting on the toilet. Nope, that's not us, actually. I haven't had a Twinkie. Holy fuck, I haven't had a Twinkie in probably 30, 40 years, actually. Johnny,
if you had a Twinkie sitting on your fucking dashboard 30 fucking years ago, it'd still be ready to eat right now.
It's so true, actually. It's so true.
Fucking crazy, dude.
B-Drive, Chick-fil-A. All right, Jimmy, 5 quick meals for peak brain performance. Holroyd, ears up. This is all for you, brother. Let's do it, Jimmy.
What if the difference between feeling mentally sharp and struggling through brain fog comes down to a single choice you make before your first cup of coffee? Most high-performing men wake up ready to conquer the day, but within hours they're battling fatigue, poor focus, and that familiar afternoon crash that derails their momentum. While everyone's searching for the perfect productivity hack or expensive supplement, breakthrough research from leading institutions reveals that the solution isn't about adding more to your routine. It's about making one strategic shift that takes less time than checking your phone. The most successful people have discovered that small, intentional changes in those critical first moments create compound advantages that transform not just their morning, but their entire cognitive performance throughout the day. Stop settling for average energy and start programming your brain for peak performance from the moment you wake up.
Some real talk on motivating content design specifically for men's health and daily accountability today. Eating the right foods dramatically boosts memory, mental clarity, and sustained energy, especially for all of us tuning into the show here today. I got 5 to put onto the table. We're going to talk about them. We're going to put them into the community so you guys can use them along the way. And John's a big fan of simplicity, and actually so am I in many ways. So we're going to get into it. The omega-3 Power Bowl. Johnny, essentially salmon, quinoa or brown rice with some spinach, avocados, tomatoes, olive oil, and some lemon juice. Salmon and quinoa together. Oh my God, I love that, man.
Dude, I've been really leaning the olive oil lately. It's just tastes so good to me. Holy, I literally put it on my food like a dressing.
Yeah. You know what? Talk about olive oil, because that's a good topic for the show, because many don't realize that there's a lot of shitty, cheap olive oil in the market.
Dude, and on that level, it's even, you're totally correct, but it goes deeper.
Yes.
Is that somehow there's even fucking olive oils out there that are labeled olive oil that are like soybean oils and shit.
That aren't actually olive oil.
Not even fucking olive. So you have to buy like we get this one, it's like from a fucking vineyard. So it's it's like a small community type, they make wine, they make olive oil, a few different things, olives. And so, when you're buying a family fucking name, you're not getting soy oil.
Yes. So guys, just have a look at that olive oil, because when you have good olive oil, and I'll be honest, man, so, here's the good segue, Johnny. Come and pay for the Mornings in the Lab community so Keith and John can get some better olive oil, because good olive oil is not cheap, you guys. It's not. It's like good, high quality olive oil is good stuff. But how to prepare this, layer those ingredients, drizzle with some olive oil and lemon juice. And why this works, you guys, is the omega-3s from the salmon improves your memory, and those leaves support the cognitive function. And then we got Global coming in, Johnny. Extra virgin olive oil, the highest quality and least processed grade of olive oil. You're absolutely right. And Spartacus, go to Greece and get the real one. Yeah, that's exactly. Get the real McCoy. All right, number 2, guys, on our list of foods to eat today if you're hungry. Johnny, have you ever been a yogurt guy? I know you don't touch much of the carbs, but have you ever been a yogurt guy?
Yogurt.
Yeah, ever?
Yeah, I mean, when I was younger, because when I was younger, I was just a protein seeker, right?
Okay.
And so anytime there was a fairly decent level of protein, then it would be on my list. But then once I started to understand the difference qualities of protein that it kind of fell to the wayside. And yogurt to me now is once in a great while. It's a Greek yogurt.
Yes.
You talk about recipes. I have a fucking monster recipe we'll put in the community. So someone like tapioca pudding.
Yes.
I've got this recipe for it. Of course, it's not tapioca, but it has a tapioca-ish thing, and it's fucking amazing. And it's actually good for you. I recommend to my clients they have it right before bed. It's a treat. Yes. It actually helps digestion.
Yes. Lady Drew, I see your, and actually quickly, Lady Drew, I see your comments. I saw your DMs about those guests. I will get to them today. So Lady Drew, I appreciate that. You dropped those comments for me last night. And so it's funny, Johnny, about yogurt. I'm on a fence with it. So yogurt to me is, I don't eat it as much as I used to because I find that it was just producing too much mucus for me. And I was finding myself phlegmy, and I was finding myself
not a regular part, for me either. I mean, it's very rare that I do it because it doesn't make me feel just like you said. You're describing it creates a feeling you don't appreciate. So
yes,
that's one of those things that you're eating something that you like, not what your body likes.
It's interesting. I really appreciate what you said around seeking protein, because I think that's what often. Well, society right now is protein. And I think many of us just go and seek it. And to me, yogurt is one of those, it's kind of like one of those, I'm going to seek it. It's good, but there's actually better protein choices. There is.
Well, and a lot of times this whole protein thing is society uses it as bullshit. It's like, oh yeah, I'm getting my protein in this peanut butter. It's mostly fat.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with that, but use it as a fat source, not a protein source.
Yes, exactly. Next one, guys, we're going to get into eggs, spinach, and white bean quick frittata. Right? Ingredients: eggs, spinach, white beans, cherry tomatoes, salt, pepper, and turmeric. How to prepare this baby: whisk those eggs, add some ingredients to the skillet, season, and cook it. Essentially, guys, why it's going to work for you, those eggs, the ultimate protein source on the planet. Eggs supply choline for neurotransmitters. Spinach and beans boost neuron health. This is a good one. I will eat this myself because I didn't like beans, Johnny, very much, but I've grown to enjoy them, and I don't mind spinach and beans and eggs together. I've been
on this kick very similar to this lately, where it's basically 2 eggs and beef, and then I'll put some spinach over the top of it. Spinach kind of just, I don't want to say it's not really sauteed, it just softens up a little bit. But the beef, eggs, and spinach for me, oh man, all top that. I don't know what it is. I'm like,
olive oil on top?
Yeah.
Well,
and then Celtic salt. That's what makes it taste good.
That's really good. All right, guys.
But it's like I'm kind of that. I can feel my body saying, yes, I want that. And when I give it what it wants, it makes me feel really fucking good. So it's just this no-brainer. It's like I'm feeling what my body wants me to eat. And when I do it, I feel fucking great. So why would I do anything else?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, next one I got on the list here, guys. If you're looking for something to eat today, which will help your brain and help your body, and this one leans more into the carbohydrate side of things, guys. So be conscious and aware of what I'm going to say next. But sweet potato and black bean salad. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of sweet potatoes. I don't. I will eat them, but they're not my biggest fan. But ingredients: this one: sweet potato, black beans, red bell pepper, cilantro, lime juice, and olive oil. How to prepare: just toss it all together, really. And then why this works: vitamin A and antioxidants in the sweet potatoes. And you're
lacking protein, so everybody understands.
Just gonna say this one here itself is lacking protein, although you will get some from the black beans. But this would be more of a carbohydrate fueled meal for this one, Johnny.
Yeah, and when you say you're going to get some protein from the black beans, that's saying, I've got a gallon of fuel. This fuel won't work in my fucking car, but I've got a gallon of fuel.
Well said. And the last one, guys, and this is a fun one. I left the best for last. The pepper jack breakfast tacos. Ingredients: corn tortillas, scrambled eggs, black beans, avocado, spinach, and some pepper jack cheese. So the cheese would be the worst part of this whole thing, and then of course some salsa. So why this works: you got the eggs, the best protein on the planet. You got some beans to promote the steady mental health energy. You got some spinach, some avocado. Oh my, I fucking love avocado, and love avocado. Get those healthy.
One of my foods I call that one of my superfoods. I can eat that. It digests so fast.
Yes. I want to create a soundbite with you. Here's how it's going to work. What would you say to somebody who says, I'm going to get fat eating avocados?
I say stop eating all the other dumb shit that you're eating outside of the avocados.
Beautiful. Oh man, some people make me laugh.
The avocado's not making you fat. It's the fucking Big Mac you had for lunch. You're blaming the avocado because it's the easy way out of working on your good food choices.
I love it. So guys, I invite you to join the conversation in the Mornings in the Lab community. What are your go-to brain boosting meals? I would love to see your guys' recipes, your meals, your ideas. Guys, we only build this community if we're all doing it together. You heard what I said yesterday. This is Keith and John's show. We're just really the shepherds. We're the shepherds. We've decided, we put our hands up to be the leaders of this thing, but we're all in this together. So remember, nourishing the mind is just as crucial as physical fitness. Yeah, y'all want to get into the gym, but you got to take care of the mind and the body first to do that. Keep fueling those mornings with positivity and focus. And Johnny, back to the comments here. Man, so I got to tell you guys, I'm loving the energy in the community. Your comments are awesome. You guys got a lot dropping in here today. Bernard comes in, Asian food always represents every color of food to be balanced. And Spartacus, I don't cook. I leave it up to my wife. I think Johnny does as well. I think that's what Terry does. And I got to be honest, Lauren does all the cooking, most of the cooking for us as well. And then Spartacus, we're so confused, but what's good for us today, it switches all the time. It's true, but I will say, and one thing I'll take from Johnny is keep it simple, man. If it's coming from the ground, it's probably good for you.
I mean, when you shop at the grocery store, stay out of the middle. On the outside, that's your foods that will perish.
Yes.
Your meats, your vegetables, your fruits, your eggs, your milks, all that shit. That's where you need to be.
And Johnny, you got Mike Sullivan coming back in from the 1980s. Mike, I love you, brother. We're having some laughter here. That pepper jack cheese. That's a small serving, though. How do you stop eating more than that? Small serving. You just eat over 2.5 hours like Joe Weider. There's a name, Johnny, from the past. Joe Weider once wrote in his books. There you go. All right. Okay. So here's the big question I'm going to throw on the table before Johnny walks out of here. And I asked all you guys this question. What do you all think? And Jimmy, let's run this hook. What do you all think America's unhealthiest chain is in 2025? Jimmy, let's get the conversation started.
We didn't guess.
What if the lunch choice you made yesterday stole 4 hours of peak performance from your afternoon? Most men have no idea they're walking into a nutritional ambush every time they grab what seems like a quick, convenient meal. You're crushing it at work, hitting the gym, building momentum in your life. But there's this one decision you make almost unconsciously that's systematically undermining everything you're working toward. It's not what you think. The research shows patterns that most men aged 30 to 55 are completely unaware of. Once you understand the real numbers behind these choices, you can make simple adjustments that deliver immediate improvements in afternoon focus, energy stability, and long-term performance optimization. It's time to take back control of your peak performance. Let's dive deep into the data that changes everything.
I didn't guess, brother. You and I didn't guess.
Before we get to America's unhealthiest restaurant,
we both have to guess.
I'm gonna ask Johnny Anderson. I had a guess before I knew this myself. I was surprised when I saw the results. I was surprised too. So you tell me yours, and I'm gonna tell you what mine was before I sat with Carter yesterday. What do you think it is?
Well, I don't do a lot of studying on fast food. I'll say that.
Yeah.
So it's on very limited knowledge base.
Yeah.
So like in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, if you're at a place where you got a patty of meat, that's moving in the right direction. So
yes.
My mind goes to what is a place where it's just a lot of fucking shit smudged. Yeah. Smudged, those type of foods don't have much nutrient. And I think Taco Bell is a smudger. You got a tortilla, a smudge of fucking whatever they call their beans and, whatever their fucking meat sauces are definitely not meat. I can't say that a burger patty at a fast food is great, but it would have to be better than whatever meat they put in Taco Bell stuff.
Taco Bell, yeah. So my guess when I sat down with Carter yesterday, Johnny, was Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, there's so many good ways to eat there, though.
But then Carter corrected me because that's not really a fast food chain. I was like, yeah, you're right. But
you can order a steak there.
Yeah, you're right.
Vegetables.
But their menu is like a fucking Bible, and it's just laced and it's.
But then the question is, are we taking that as a whole, or are we taking the worst thing off the menu? That's now the different question.
So that's fair. So let's get to it. So the answer is this: the unhealthiest food chain in 2025 has been crowned Wendy's.
I knew it had to have a fucking drive-through.
Get this. Wendy's signature meals, like the triple Baconator combo, pack a whopping 2,160 calories, 54 grams of saturated fat, and over 3,400 milligrams of sodium in one meal, far exceeding recommended daily limits. So, Johnny, there's a guy driving through the drive-thru, crushing the triple Baconator for breakfast or lunch, and then going and crushing one for dinner, and then he's wondering why he's bloated.
Dude, listen to that fucking marketing.
I know.
Triple Baconator. That's so fucking good. Yeah, and then he goes home and eats avocado and says he's getting fat.
And then you'll love this because you were almost there, man. Wendy's outpaces even notorious offenders like Sonic and Taco Bell, making it the worst offender in the nutrition ranking. So, guys, there you have it. Sorry, Wendy's, I know you're not sponsoring our show. We got
to go one step further on this, right? Because what's the metric for unhealthy? Now, my metric was lack of nutrients. Sounds like this metric might have been calories and salt.
Well, and just overall crap. Now, okay, let's do this before you go, because I know you got 2 minutes. How could you make? I don't want this to be a soundbite. How could we find a way to eat at Wendy's? You tell me, and I'll tell you how I would do. What would you do?
I would basically just eat the burger patties.
Me
because
too.
The burger patty has to be the thing in that's got some bit of nutrient.
Yeah, so I would. So me too. So if you said, Keith, we have to go to Wendy's.
Yep. I wouldn't even order I would just say, look, I want 6 of your burger patties.
Yeah, so me too, actually. Yeah, and I probably would ask for cheese because I like my cheese. And you'd say, Bill, what do you do? I'm like, I don't care. I'm gonna have my cheese.
You're not eating cheese in a place like that.
Yeah, you're right. It's just plastic.
It's not fucking cheese. Cheese. You want some cheese? Fucking go somewhere else.
But guys, there's your tip. If you're going to go to Wendy's today, just take the burger off. Don't have the salad. Don't have anything because none of it's good. Just have the burger.
You want to hear what they do with that cheese, dude? This is fucking crazy.
Tell me.
Cheese has a naturally occurring substance called casomorphine. Morphine.
Yes.
It's an addictive substance.
Yes.
So like when I eat cheese, it makes me want more. Well,
you and me both.
What they fucking do, because it already has the casomorphine in it, somehow it allows these fuckers to put a shitload more of the morphine part of the queso in there. So now their cheese makes their cheese is like 7 times more addictive than other fucking cheeses. When I say 7, use that word fucking lightly, but massively. So you eat one of their fucking burgers with cheese, you want another one, you really want what's in that fucking cheese. That they put extra casomorphine in there.
Yeah. Cheese advice from John Anderson this morning on Mornings in the Lab.
And it turns off the receptors in your stomach that says that you're fucking full. So you want more. And then as you're eating, your stomach doesn't communicate with your brain that says you had enough.
There you go. Spartacus coming in, Johnny. Wendy's has a good chili. And then B Drive, I was going to say Wendy's has real beef at least. Arby's too, but I still don't go yet. You're right. If there's anything about Wendy's, they do have real beef. So, all right, Johnny, I know you got to rock and roll, brother. What a fun show here today, man. A lot of energy in the community, a lot of great guests, just a lot of things going, man.
Always fun, brother.
A lot of good things. And Holroyd comes in with this. Cheese makes everything better. Holroyd, I know that we get along so well, but I got to use it sparingly. Otherwise, I'll put it on. Yeah, me and cheese, Johnny, oh, man.
Dude, if I eat cheese, it has to be the last meal. Because once I start down that fucking path, it's really hard to shut it down.
I know.
And it fucks up my digestion. My meal times will start spreading out.
I hear you. Hey, you're training today or is it an off day for you?
Today's a training day and I can't fucking wait. That's why you got to get me out of here because I got some fucking sweating to get to, baby.
All right, brother. Well, listen, man, a lot of love for me and you. Have yourself an awesome day, brother. AI Johnny. And guys, John's back tomorrow with me at Mornings in the Lab with Keith and John, 8 o'clock Eastern time. You know where we're at. Johnny, have a good one, brother.
Have a good loop, my brother.
All right, pal. All right, let's get him out of here. Jimmy, let's get Johnny out of here. Let's reset. The bottom of the hour. We're going to move our way into the community corner. All right, I'm going to go to the comments. So we are in the community corner part of the show. So my goal is to get even better with spending time in the community with you guys down here in the comments. So I'm looking here at the camera. Below me here is a screen with your comments. So if you see me doing this, it's because I'm reading comments. And I got a camera over here too, which is right here. And I got comments right here. So if you guys see me, I'm looking at the comments. And if I go to this camera over here, I got no comments down here, so I'm got no over here. So let's go over here. Good morning, everybody. You're back with me. I'm your host, I'm Keith Billis. I'm one half of Mornings in the Lab with Keith and John and Friends. You guys notice the subtle changing of the name? But the guy earned it. Did he not? Community, did the guy not earn it? Of course he earned it. Absolutely he earned it. Putting Johnny up there. Hey, you guys want to join the conversation? 431-300-3005. Come give me a call, send me a text, 431. The camera's over here. I got my texting machine right here called an old iPhone. 431-300-3005 gets you into the show, live on the show. Send me a text, send me a voicemail, and I'd invite you to join the Mornings in the Lab community right here on our YouTube channel. How do you do that? Good question. Come on, YouTube, get your shit together. Let me tell you guys how it works. So on your mobile, you go to the Mornings in the Lab YouTube channel. Right, you go to the Mornings in the Lab YouTube channel. You're going to see a button. Actually, I'm going to show you guys here. I'm going to show you. And I can see I was talking to a bunch of folks last night there in the community, so I appreciate all you guys. So if we go to the Mornings in the Lab channel, I'm going to show it to you right here. Boom, right there. You'll see that that button there that says Visit Community. Go and visit that community. You guys can post content into our community, just like Bernard did yesterday, just like Petrocelli did yesterday, just like Mike Sullivan did yesterday, just like Uncle Keith did yesterday. And for those of you that are the paying members, Holroyd, Lady Drew, I think Sullivan's in there as well. I'll be truthful, guys. I'm still learning how the YouTube community works. For those that are paying members, I dropped some behind the scenes stuff in the paid community. So what I'm also going to do, guys, is we're going to be putting recipes. We're going to be putting workouts, and I'm going to put prompts into the paid community. Why prompts? I'll tell you why. I am creating, pardon my language, ears up, guys. I'm creating some fucking awesome commercial type content using AI. Video quality content. Bernard, Global, Adam, all of you guys that are looking to build your businesses and you're looking for marketing ads, commercials, I've already made them. I'll give you guys the recipe on how to make your own. Remove my logo, put your logo in. Remove my words, put your words in. True story. So if you guys are in the Mornings in the Lab community, on the paid side, I'm going to start giving you guys shit to help move your life forward. We are building a business here. So please, I invite you guys, check it out. It's $3.50. It's not even fucking a lot of money. So we're going to put recipes, workouts, and prompts so you guys can do your own shit based on some of the stuff we're doing as well. So I want to, because you guys are here to help me, I'm here to help you, and we're all here to do this together. All right? Okay, let's have a look here in the community here. Holroyd, yes. I'd love to see some prompts. Dude, I'm gonna help you out with that stuff, man. Honest to God. So I'm gonna start putting some stuff. And guys, I'm putting it behind the paywall. I'm sorry, but I just gotta. And here's the thing, it's freely out there. You guys can get it out there, but I'm gonna put a little bit of work and tweak it. So we're gonna put those over there for you guys. All right, Jimmy, let's get into the community corner here, and let's get into our big segment here on the community corner here on Mornings in the Lab. Jimmy, let's run it, brother. All right. It's time for Community Corner, where we connect LinkedIn, Substack, and the Mornings in the Lab YouTube community right here on Mornings in the Lab. Today, we're looking at beekeeping with a twist, memory hacks for readers, and how AI can make your life easier with all of the hype. These are the stories that you might just save you some time, might introduce some great content, might give you a better morning, or it might help you get more out of your day. Guys, let's kick it off. Let's start off. Let's do a little surpriser. Why beekeepers love watching bees march on. Well, hey guys, let's look into the Mornings in the Lab. Let's look into the YouTube community. Bernard, ears up. Today's YouTube story comes from our resident beekeeper himself, Bernard. Bee-driven equipment, baby. If you've ever wondered, like I did, if you ever wondered what keeps beekeeping really looks like, well, this is it. Bernard gives us, every day after the show, I go check out his channel. It's curious to me. He gives us a glimpse into what happens when bees move into a new hive, right alongside their queen. There's something strangely satisfying about watching thousands of bees organize themselves and settle in. It's frankly quite fascinating. Then you see Bernard's hand going in. You get the play-by-play. Fuck sports or baseball or soccer. The dude gives you full commentary while he's playing and interacting with the bees. So guys, I invite you, if you're curious about what goes on inside a hive, or you just want to see nature do its thing, go and follow Bernard's channel. Like if you haven't followed it, why the fuck haven't you? Bernard's channel is worth checking out. True story. And you come here every single morning, Bernard's here as well. So if you want to learn bees, we got the resident beekeeper. Bernard himself is here every single day on Mornings in the Lab, and he's got an awesome channel on bees, and we're going to help him grow that fucking bee business bigger than he can even imagine. And you know what's going to happen, Bernard? You're going to wake up one day as an accidental CEO. Yeah, baby, like Tom Marino. Boom. Deep breath. All right. Whew. Bernard, just exciting, man. All right, LinkedIn. Let's go to LinkedIn. We can walk backwards there, just like this. Watch. Yeah, it's called walking backwards. Yeah, burning calories. There you go. How many times have you found yourself rereading the same sentence or paragraph and still wondering what it said? How many times have you found yourself rereading the same sentence or paragraph and still wondering what it said? No. How many times have you found, wait a minute, what the fuck am I doing? Oh, Tanzel Ali just gets it. In his latest LinkedIn post, he explains why our brains sometimes turn out while we're reading and just share a few easy ways to remember what you read. Fuck, what was I reading again, Jimmy? Hold on, there's a squirrel over here. Gotta go. Tanzel. The guy shares tips like previewing the page first. Picture what's happening. Pause. And say the main point out loud. We should get this for Johnny because Johnny battles with dyslexia. So this should be for Johnny, actually. And set it in. You guys know I love John. Just know I love him. I love him too much. Lots of love for my brother, even though he can't hear me right now. So simple tweaks, but they make a difference. As Tanzel Ali says, if you want to get more out of your reading time, Tanzel's tips are a great place to start. And by the way, fellas, when was the last time you read a physical book? When was the last time? Love to hear it. Tell me now. Send me a text or drop it in the community after the show. What was the last book you read? Love to know that too. It's funny because I don't read books very often. No, I'm busy fucking writing them because I'm a best-selling author, baby. Yeah. Spartacus High School? Fuck. Yeah, you and me both. That was like yesterday. Yes, Melissa, I see the squirrel over there. I'm going to run backwards to get it. True story. All right. You guys having fun today? Uncle Keith isn't. Can you tell? What's up, Asiatic 777? So it's funny, man. Jimmy, I was telling Carlos yesterday. I love when folks just take the time to leave really meaningful comments. Asiatic? I have no idea what the hell you're saying there. Is that like a blockchain code there or something? Curiously enough. All right, Spartacus. I know, brother. I can do the math. I got my abacus. I learned about the abacus yesterday on the show. Yeah, guys all reminded me about the abacus. You read every day, brother. I want to hear what you're reading. Dude, show me a picture of your collection of books, man. I'd love to hear about that. I'd love to read more. The problem for me, though, is I'm too busy, and I'm being serious here. I find myself very much enjoying creating instead of consuming. So if you said to me, hey, Keith, here's an hour to read a book, which means consumption to me, I would probably say I'd prefer to spend an hour creating the book. I thoroughly enjoy creating. And you know what's also funny too, guys, is that I spend more time in my own brain instead of somebody else's brain. I just find it's healthy for me. All right, let's stay in Substack, guys. Let AI take care of the annoying stuff for you, just like Johnny's doing, making himself a bot. Daria Cuperano's Substack teaches you how to use simple AI tools to make daily life less stressful. Yeah, she breaks down how AI can help with things like planning meals, keeping your schedule straight, and even sending reminders. Reminders. Yeah. That's leaning into, that's like leaning into old, what humor would that be? Like old, maybe Will Ferrell or reminders. No, maybe Conan O'Brien. So you guys, if you guys spend enough time with me, you guys can kind of see where I lean into some of my comedy influence. Reminders, yes. Even remember sending you reminders when you're running to groceries. You don't need to be a tech expert, nope, to set these up. No, you just need the fucking AI. Just boop, boop, AI, off you go. There you go. Yeah, that's a true story right there. What would you, so here's the question for you guys. Like Johnny's creating JohnBot. What would you automate if you could? What would you automate? Hey, listen, you guys, listen to Jensen Hung, CEO of NVIDIA, made a big statement, and I believe in his statement. Think about this, guys. Everything mechanical and moving today, hear me clearly, guys, ears up. Everything mechanical and moving today will be autonomous tomorrow. Think about that for a second. Hence the desire for batteries. You know what? The world has no fucking idea. The world has no idea at all at the scale of what the world needs batteries. No, nobody really kind of grasps it. Actually, speaking of that, Melissa, you and I have been talking about continuing to add value to our show here with news. I'm going to tell you guys something about Uncle Keith over here. I'm going to keep giving you guys news you're not going to find anywhere else. Yeah, we're going to make it competitive. Yeah, we're going to create a competitive newsroom here. I love finding shit nobody else finds. I love sharing shit nobody else talks about. For example, yesterday, you guys want to know of a company you should pay attention to? Called Figure. Figure. Figure, out of Arizona. What do they make? They make humanoid robots. I would pay attention to the CEO. If I were you, I would pay attention. His name is Brett Alcock. He might be like an Elon guy. He might be like a Einstein guy. Might be a little smart. True story. Figure. So I'm going to keep finding stuff to give you guys to think about for the future. Because in a year or 2 years from now, when you're like, holy fuck, I heard Billis talk about this company called Figure. Yep, that's the company. Perhaps the next Apple. Yeah, true story. Maybe the next Tesla. Maybe the next OpenAI. I suspect, I predict, I will tell you all right now. They might be the face of physical AI in North America. Figure. Brett Alcock. Brett, would love to have you on my show, man. 100%. And yes, Spartacus, you're right. China just released a humanoid robot for $6,000 this week that you can go buy for your house. Oh, yeah. Anyways, whether you're wrangling bees over on the Bee Drive channel or whether you are fighting with your own memory or just tired of doing the same things every single day, there's always a better way. And if you want your story featured on this show on Mornings in the Lab with the Community, I invite you to follow us on Substack, follow us on LinkedIn, follow us on YouTube, tag us in your next post. And guys, I want to see you in the community. When the show's over, I want to see you in the Mornings in the Lab community. I'm going to be there. True story. I'll be there. I hope to see you guys there as well. And while we continue to figure the community out, we're going to just dump stuff in there, create consistency and frequency. So you might see some stuff, lots. You might see stuff a little bit. I don't know. We're going to keep figuring all that out. All right. But anyways, the Mornings in the Lab community, I want to see you guys there after the show until we get back at it tomorrow. And of course, if you guys want to call me, you can call me 431-300-3005. There are many, many ways to get a hold of Uncle Keith and Uncle Johnny. The phone, 431-300-3005, or inside of the Mornings in the Lab community right here on YouTube. Come find me on LinkedIn. Come find me on X as well. Okay, so here we go, guys. We're going to move over to the Creator Spotlight. You guys know this part of the show here where we take the big light, the big Creator Spotlight, and we shine it on somebody doing great work over in the communities of the world. We're going to start over on LinkedIn, Jimmy. Let's get after it, brother.
It's easy to laugh off pain or swallow hard truths until life throws you a loss you can't ignore. Someone out there is sparking real talk about the side of manhood we rarely see. Grief, depression, and the silent battles men fight every day. He's walked through the darkest moments, written a raw book on masculinity, and built a practice helping men find their voice. Today, Mornings in the Lab is shining the creator spotlight on Ethan Getchell. Follow him if you want to see what courage, honesty, and healing actually look like in a man's world.
Boom! Every guy you know carries something heavy. Yep, shame, regret, grief. But almost none of us talk about it, except on the show, Mornings in the Lab, Keith and John, every single day. True story. Like us, Ethan Getchell is one of the few who does. Ethan lost his brother to suicide, and he turned that pain into work that focuses on helping young men overcome depression. No joking here. Ethan's building a space where men can stop pretending that they're fine and be vulnerable without the fear of judgment. And Ethan, brother, I'm looking at you, man. I'm sorry for your loss. And I would love to have you on the show to talk about your loss and talk about how you're helping men remove fine from their vocabulary and embrace vulnerability like we do every single day on the show here, Mornings in the Lab with Keith and John. So Ethan, the invite's open, brother. We'd love to give you the light so you can shine on somebody in your world who might need the light on the next Creator Spotlight, on the next Community Corner right here on Mornings in the Lab with Keith and John. What's up, Dusty? I see you there, Dusty. Great show. Dusty, the show is fire today, man. The show is absolutely fire. It's fire because you guys, the community is hot, the engagement's hot, the guests are hot, and fuck Uncle Keith is hot. You guys want to see my shoulder? Woo, baby, the old shoulder. All right, Jimmy, let's get to the next one, brother. Let's get over to LinkedIn. Substacks, Creator Spotlight.
Ever feel like life is asking you to choose? Be strong in the gym or smart in the boardroom? What if you could dominate both and more? There's someone showing men how to become the total package. No trade-offs, just relentless growth. With a newsletter dedicated to helping the modern Renaissance man excel in fitness, business, and skill development, he's built a real movement for those tired of settling. Mornings in the Lab is excited to celebrate Jack Crucial, founder of the Lethal Gentlemen's Club. If you're done playing small, follow Jack and see what happens when you choose to win in every area of life.
All right, hey. If you've ever felt like you had to pick just one lane, fitness, business, or family, you need to pay attention to Jack Crucial. This guy is another business athlete who refuses to play it safe. This guy's not about half measures. This guy's about building a movement for men who want to show up strong every single day and show up strong everywhere. And no, this dude is not meant for the lazy or the lukewarm. This guy is simple. Don't just be good, be lethal. So, we have an invite for you, Jack. Love to have you on the show. Love to have you on Mornings Live with Keith and Friends so we can get after it and talk about you and celebrate you. And celebrate somebody in your corner with those big ass wrestling belts. That's awesome. Jack Crucial over on Substack. I invite you guys to check him out. And Jack, love to have you on the show, brother. Love to have you on the show so we can celebrate somebody in your community for the next Creator Spotlight on the next Community Corner right here, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, Mornings Live with Keith and John. Jack, the invite's open to you, brother. Boom, boom. All right. I'm here. I'm just playing some tunes here. All right. Guys, guess what? Holy smokes! The show's almost over. Fuck. Fast. Just fast. Hey, I got a question for the community. You guys enjoying some of the new tunes I'm putting out there? So I've been working real hard to create a sonic sound for our show. Can you all feel it? Here's how I create it. Oh, fuck, I love it. I take a little bit of drill. I take a little bit of trap. I take a little bit of orchestral epic strings. I take a little bit of bagpipes. and I put it all into the fucking blender. And then we go. And it sounds like this. If you can't get up and get after with tunes like this, go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. Yep. Because we get up, we get after it with shit like this, guys. Petrocelli, what's going on, brother? I love the bagpipes. Yes. Now I'm just going to start fucking rapping. All right, Jimmy, what do we got tomorrow, brother? Tomorrow's Fun Friday. Free for all Fridays. I got an invitation to all you motherfuckers. Yeah, I called y'all motherfuckers, all my loves in the community. What do y'all want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? Let me hear it. Let me hear it. Let me hear it. Bring it to the Mornings in the Lab community. I want to see your comments in the community today. I'll put it on the agenda. We'll talk about it tomorrow on the show. That's what we're going to do. Free for all Fridays are all about you. So I got a bunch of shit I'm going to put into the community today. I got something we didn't get to today, guys. If you're over 50, we might want to stop doing some exercises. We're going to talk with John about that because doctor, you can't do that. Fuck that. I'm doing that. I'm doing bench press. I'm doing squats. Yeah. We might even talk about music tomorrow too and the cultural impact of music tomorrow as well. So, hey, what do you guys want to talk about? Show it to me in the Mornings in the Lab community. All right. Sullivan, sounds cool, like the part of the soundtrack from the film Braveheart. Yes. All right. Jimmy, tomorrow's show, I changed my priorities to change my life. I'm going to talk about priority change tomorrow on the show. And of course, we got a guest tomorrow. Andrew Barber joining us on the show tomorrow. Man, I did not know we had a guest tomorrow on the show. So I guess we got a guest tomorrow on the show. Andrew Barber coming into the lab tomorrow morning. That's awesome. So guys, bring your energy for Andrew Barber. You know what I'm going to do? Melissa, ears up. We're going to tell the community a little about Andrew Barber in the Mornings in the Lab community. So all of our friends over there can get to know Andrew a little bit before we show up on stage. Yeah, we can do that. Maybe we can give a little bit of Andrew a little bit of a stage over there. So y'all can come to the show tomorrow prepared with questions for Andrew. Andrew Barber tomorrow on Mornings in the Lab. All right, so I guess I'm going to get out of here. But I really don't want to go, though. Let's look back at the community here. Dusty Struggles, good show. Global, I got a birth certificate, but lost my manual. Haha. Petrocelli, great show. B-Drive, John, good to see you. The Odyssey of the Slingshot, man. All right, guys, I know we all got to get on with our day here, unfortunately, or fortunately. And as I said as it kicked off the show, while we like to have a lot of fun here, we're also doing a business. I appreciate all of you guys for showing up this morning at 7:30 Eastern time with our brother Matt Roof. I see you guys there in the community. When you guys show up for Matt, you show up for me. When you show up for Matt, you show up for all of you. Why? Because we're building a community here, right? And we are celebrating the biggest month in this show in July because of all of you. Our watch time is through the roof. Our minutes engaged is through the roof. Our views are through the roof. Our subscribers are through the roof, all because of you. So thank you. I'll see you guys tomorrow, but I'll see you later after the show in the Mornings in the Lab community right here on YouTube. On behalf of me, Bernard, I see your comment. I have somebody can collaborate already set up. Okay, brother. Bernard, I'm ready when you are. On behalf of Johnny, Jimmy, Melissa, and the entire crew here at Mornings in the Lab with Keith and Johnny and friends, I'm getting out of here. We'll see you guys in the morning. I got a lift to do. Ciao.